Kushiro is a high-speed heavy cruiser representing a hypothetical further development of the Mogami class of cruisers, featuring even more powerful anti-aircraft and torpedo armament. So this is the Kushiro, a paper ship admittedly, but this is currently in testing on the live server at the moment, and you may have already come across it in your tier 10 matches. Now this ship is still under NDA and there is no gameplay yet available. As soon as there is, I will update the cards you can see highlighted here in the top right hand corner and in the pinned comment below. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell, which is very important, so you will be notified of any upcoming updates and new videos on the Kushiro and others of course. So this video is going to show the ship's in-port numbers and our armor layout, our guns, everything else except gameplay. So as usual, we will start and kick it off with the armor layout, the ship build and its consumables. Before I do this, let me quickly remind you I have a special offer running on the channel in conjunction with Wargaming. You can get a super container mission every month in your game by joining the channel for as little as 99 cents per month. A lot of you have already taken advantage of this and I thank you all very, very much indeed. The full details can be found in the pinned comment. There is a link to the join with an in-depth description. You do have to have your Wargaming account linked to your YouTube account for the API to process everything smoothly. So with that being said, we will jump into the ship's armor layout, survivability, its build, its consumables, but starting with the armor. 25mm fore end plating, same here on the stern, 25mm. Main deck armor is 30mm. You have different levels of superstructure plating here, varying between 16 and 13mm. The main gun turrets, very lightly armoured, only 25mm plating. All round 25mm plating on these gun turrets. So noticeably quite low on the armour in respect to the turrets. Upper casemate of 30mm. Here we have a torpedo protection. Damage reduction belt, also 30mm. Let's take this off. Look at the belt armor, which is 105. Let's remove all of this and look at the citadel. Quite large, but mostly submerged. Running from the rear to the front turret. 105. The deck is 60 here. 33. Element of sloped plating here under the superstructure. At the warship is 160, 150, 100. Here on the bow, also the same setup. 160, 150, 100. So that's the armor. This leads directly into the ship's survivability. 54,700 hit points with a torpedo protection damage reduction of 13%. Now this is all further reinforced by having Hydroacoustic Search. Greatly improves the detection of enemy torpedoes. You can swap here between defensive fire, but I much prefer having the Hydro. You get 4 repair parties with this build. Flags. A max of 344 per second for 28 seconds, and the cooldown time is 76 seconds. Kushiro also gets exhaust smoke generator, greatly improving her flexibility and survivability. This has an action time of just over 36 seconds and a cooldown time of 105. The build I'm running, very simple. Prop mod in slot 4, concealment, main battery reload, and the captain skills. I am currently playing around with outnumbered. those are the consumables and the build. This leads directly into the main artillery. You get 10 203mm guns housed in 5 twin-mounted turrets, 3 fore here and 2 aft. So 10 of these guns in total. The reload time is 9.3 seconds. They can rotate 180 degrees in 34 seconds. Max dispersion of 141 meters and a max firing range of 17.2 kilometers. Now, you do have an option to play around with either the fighter or the spotting aircraft, and this can improve your firing range by 20%. Before moving on, all 5 of these turrets can all rotate 300. So this is pretty awesome when you want to change your angle or vector of attack. Every one of these turrets can all rotate 360 degrees. And even here at the stern, where it looks like they will raise up and they'll be able to turn 360 without bumping in structure. So very flexible turrets. These main battery guns, they fire both high explosive and armor piercing. The high explosive is quite dangerous, 3300 max damage, 19% fire chance. They can pen 34mm of armor with a shell speed of 840 meters per second. The armor piercing has a max damage of 4700 with the same shell speed, so no adjusting with lead while swapping out ammo types. Secondary battery, 6 of these twin-mounted 100mm, 12 in total, 3 turrets on each side. They have a 2.9 second reload with a firing range of 7.7 kilometers, firing high explosive with 30mm of penetration, a shell speed of 1000 meters, a max damage of 1700, and they have a 7% chance of setting the target on fire. So according to the description, improved torpedo armament. The only thing I don't like about this is the limited range. However, these are very high damage torpedoes, 21k max damage. You get 2 X4 launchers here on each side. So Kushiro packs a considerable punch. 8 torpedoes per side, 16 in total. That is virtually over 160,000 alpha strike per side. So 320k plus alpha strike potential with these torpedoes. Only thing limited, they are the F3 torpedoes, so quite fast, 76 knots, with a detectability range of 1.8 kilometers, a reload time of 100 seconds, but only 8 kilometers firing range. However, in conjunction with exhaust smoke generator, it can allow one to rapidly close the distance under the safety of this exhaust smoke, and these torpedoes suddenly become a fearsome weapon in one's arsenal. Airstrike stats, very basic, 2 attack flights, operational range of 8 kilometers, 1 aircraft per attacking flight, dropping 2 bombs with a max bomb damage of 4,900. In terms of AA defense, the AA defense rating of 76, you get 20 of these single-mounted 25mm, 10 of these triple-mounted 25mm. You get 10 of these twin-mounted 40mm and 6 twin-mounted 100mm. All combined, they pump out a continuous average damage of 291. the vast majority of this is kind of equally split between long, medium and short range. Max firing range is 5.8 kilometers, and Kushiro can fire 6 shell explosions per flak salvo with a max damage of 50-40, and the action zone is between 3.5 and 5.8 for this flak. Priority sector reinforcement is 50%. The action and prep time are both 10 seconds. In terms of maneuverability, a base speed of 34.5, maxed out at 36.2 with the Sierra Mike signal flag, a turning circle radius of 860 meters, and a rudder shift time of 8.5. Now one can improve that ever so slightly with the steering gears mod. You can reduce it to 6.8. Finally, in terms of concealment, this is with a full stealth build. Concealment rating of 69 equates to a detectability range by enemy ships, surface ships, at 10.3 kilometers, by enemy subs and aircraft at 6.2 kilometers. So these are the base numbers currently in testing on the live server at the moment with this Kushiro. Now I must stress, Kushiro is still in testing, will be subject to balancing changes throughout the testing process, but this is the current state of play on the live server. So I hope you enjoyed this little preview guide. If you'd like to see some live gameplay, feel free to come over and visit me on Twitch. You can see the link here on screen. I look forward to seeing you all.